I do believe I'm on. Ha ha ha. So, hello. This video is probably more for my use than anyone else's because I'm senile and I like to remember things. I recently decided I would have a crack at brewing. It's something I've been interested in for a very long time. The problem I've always had is no space. So I was doing a little research and I came across brew in a bag, which interestingly enough works rather well for tiny volumes, or in my case 12 litres. I've got a 20 litre pot, 15 litres of post-boil, pre-boil volume. Goes in, comes out brilliantly. I've done one so far. It's currently in secondary. Primary went rather well and rather quick. I was quite pleased with that. I've actually harvested a load of yeast, half of which is in the freezer. I did a fair amount of research on some methods of harvesting yeast, and I found that a fair few people coming up with techniques to actually freeze it based on glycerin. I'll put a link in the doodad below. The initial brew I've done is just a smash beer. It's modified from a recipe called Mo Fuggles. I quite like the idea because it reminds me of Hobgoblin. Because I've got this small volume, I've also got most of my stuff into 3 demijohns. The nice part about this is it's let me experiment on my first batch. So I've got one with chipotle chili in it in the secondary, and one being dry hopped with progress, and one being left as control. And the nice part about the volume I'm working with, and the fact that I've got these 3 demijohns to split it between, means I think I can probably do this batch to batch. The idea is I'm going to change little things one at a time rather than changing lots at once. So for the next batch I'm probably going to do much the same. But the one thing I've been thinking about is using Vienna malt. The current recipe uses, let's see, 2.8 kilograms of pale 2-row. Hops are 22 grams of Fuggles at start of boil, 60-minute boil. 6 grams at 30 minutes, 8 grams at 10 minutes, and for the one that's being dry hopped, there are 6 grams going in for 14 days. So rather than use a lot in a short time, I've gone for a little over a long time, which may not work. Pardon me. The yeast in question is White Labs WLP002, which I now theoretically have 6 vials of. Thanks to harvesting. I actually bought some, I should have one with me. Some little centrifuge vials off of eBay. 50 millilitres each, really good size. And I was actually looking at harvesting techniques as well. A lot of people I know do the yeast washing, but there's a couple of things I found that suggest that it's actually easier just to leave the yeast in partial suspension, move it into the vial, let it settle within the vial. So you basically give it 10 minutes for all the bulk of the crap to settle out, pull the yeast that's still suspended in the fluid out, stick that in a test tube, let that settle out, take the excess out and add. What I found was that with the brew in the bag stuff, I had so little shit that 90% of everything in there was yeast, so I just took it directly from that after letting it settle, because I had, about 2 millimeters of crap and about an inch of yeast. Seemed a bit of a no-brainer. So yeah, that's it really. The only question I would put to anyone out there is the idea of switching from pale to 2-row to Vienna. I'm looking at doing it wholesale, so it wouldn't be a case of adding in, just be doing the next batch with nothing but Vienna. I quite like the idea of the potential little extra sweetness and maltiness that can bring. But I don't know if switching wholesale might go overkill, so any thoughts on that? So, yeah, hopefully this will become a recurring thing, I don't know, I just thought I'd give it a crack, this kind of Homebrew Wednesday thing. Admittedly I'm recording this with only about half an hour with Wednesday left, but yeah, details. So that's it really. Ta-da! There's the button.